Okay, so I feel like we need to talk. There's just some, I don't know, like truths about me that I want to just share with you guys. And I don't know, I'm not even feeling that well today, which you can probably just tell by my voice. I'm not as peppy as I normally am. But these different topics, and we'll be going through different things, have been kind of nagging at me for a while. You know, when it comes to my channel, I am very much not like a vlogging person. I'm not really like sharing my day-to-day life. I kind of, have a topic at hand for every new video, and we never really sit down together and chat. I think you guys know me pretty well by this point, but at the same time, there's a lot of things I want to say that I never really share. So I guess we can just start with my channel, and then, like I said, I have a lot of other things, like even about my life and just different things. But if you watch my videos on a fairly regular basis, I mean, you know that my videos are often sharing products, recommending products. That's what I love sharing. And I feel like when I share videos like that, those are, that's what gets the most views, which is a cue to me that that's what you guys want to see. But with that said, I do want to make it abundantly clear that you do not need to buy anything that I talk about or I share. I mean, I know, there's the consumerism aspect, there's the, very much materialistic world we're living in. And I just never really come out and say, just because it seems weird and if I ever apologize for anything, then there's everyone saying like, don't apologize, like be true to yourself. I just want to make it clear though, that you don't need to buy anything at all. Sometimes I even think that I could be a minimalist. And I know you guys are like, what? Like you're always buying things, you're always recommending things. There are so many products and items that I despise and I never share with you guys. But with that said, this kind of is my job, you know what I mean? And I really, really like it. I really, really like it. And I don't know. Sometimes I just want to be clear that it's not the things you have in your life at all. Like who the heck cares if you have a really cool can opener? You know what I mean? Like it does not matter. But at the same time, that's the kind of content I like to watch. Like I love seeing like new, innovative, unique ideas. Like that's just what I like to watch. And so that's what I create. Now I have mentioned this before. So this kind of is a repeat, but a lot of questions come in and comments come in asking, Shea, what do you do with all of these products? Or you do not need all of these clothes. Like, this is ridiculous. And I absolutely understand why people are confused about that. And to that, I'm just going back to, well, this is kind of my job to, order a lot of things, recommend the best things, recommend things maybe to save your money on, buy this instead. And you just do whatever you want with that information. But I do just want to let you guys know, and I've said this before, that I do donate everything. Not everything, like everything, if I love it, like I keep it. But if it's something that I feel like I don't really like, or I just don't feel like I need it, I do donate it to organizations that help people in need. Like clothes, makeup, household items. I mean, like it's just a whole array of things. And I never return anything. Like I could hate products and I choose to not return them and get my money back. I just give it to people that maybe could use it. So I'm not saying this in any way to, pat myself on the back, say I'm an amazing person. It's more just so you guys know that even though I am buying a lot, it's all going to ultimately, I think, a good place. Another truth that sometimes I think about, and I think some of you understand, and then some of you just don't. And that just goes, again, with kind of the products thing, and then we're going to move on from products. But I'm always trying new things. And different brands are always launching new things. And so I think I talked about this really briefly in a recent video. But because I talk about, hypothetically a mascara or maybe who even knows? But I say like, this is my favorite thing. I love this. It's very possible, and this is just the nature of the beast. It's very possible that in 7 months, 9 months, maybe I'll have a new favorite. And if I recommend that later, I'm sorry. Like, things change. Sometimes I learn or I discover something that's even better. And I just don't want you guys to ever think I'm trying to trick you. I truly am very careful about what I recommend to you. But I just, sometimes people, in the comments are like, well, you recommended this last year, so what changed? And it's, well, I don't know what, like I new things came out, I discovered things, and I want to share it with you. Another truth that I want to share with you guys, and I just, like, you just need to understand this. I am so not that perfect at all. I mean, I'm so far from perfect. We're all far from perfect. But it's sometimes I just feel like it's so ironic. Like, I'm sharing videos about how to dress better, to be more organized, to be more productive and have like a clean house, when in reality, I struggle with all of these things so much. I feel like on paper, I know all of these tricks and tips and hacks, and I love even like learning about them and, making my lists and everything. But if I were to show, maybe I will show you different areas in my house. My house is a cluttered mess half the time. Like, I am so not anywhere where you probably think I am. Like, I struggle with so many things. Half the time I'm literally living in sweatshirts. I don't even claim to be like that stylish. I think I share what I like with you guys, and I think some of you relate to it and some of you think I have terrible fashion sense, and that's totally fine. I've never said I'm like a fashion expert. There are so many better, more stylish YouTubers. And I've always said that. But yeah, when I had my outside job, I felt like I wore clothes so much more. And I still, like, don't get me wrong, sometimes we get dressed up and I go on date nights. I'll wear things to church. I'll wear things out, if I am just, maybe I'm running to Walmart and I'll be like, I'll put on a nice outfit now. But a lot of times I'm literally living in a sweatshirt. In fact, sometimes I feel weird going on Instagram stories and I'm wearing the same sweatshirt multiple days in a row. And I mean, hopefully some of you can relate to that, and that's just the truth. Now, as I mentioned, I do make videos on how to dress better, things that are out of style, or maybe trends to avoid or trends to try, ways to be more attractive. And with that, I think my ideas, a lot of people disagree with things that I say. And that's, honestly, I think that's what makes my videos kind of interesting, when people do disagree with you. But there are so many friends and family that when they see me in real life, their first reaction or their first sentence to me is, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, I shouldn't be wearing this. Or they like try to justify that they ran out of time in the morning, and they're really trying to, like, make me not judge them. And it just really makes me sad because I never ever go out in public and scrutinize people in real life. Like, I really don't. I mean, let's be honest, sometimes you see really weird things, and that's just human nature. But like, for the most part, I don't even think twice, because most of the time, I look not so great myself. And so if my friends and family kind of feel that way, then it makes me so sad, because I'm sure you guys watching me, maybe you think that I am like just so judgmental, and oh my gosh, I really, really don't think I am. Like, truly, I don't think I am. But at the same time, like, this is a YouTube channel, like I want to share things, like things change. I want to like come up with like fun and like interesting content that people want to watch. And I don't know. And I'm not ever like just like making stuff up to like get all the clicks. You know what I mean? I do think everything that I say, like I stand behind. But it's not like some of the videos, it's at the end of the day, like, who the heck even cares? So hopefully you guys, understand what I'm trying to say, but that's what I mean. Like, these types of things, I don't ever just share in a video, because I'm just very much stuck to the topic at hand. Now, another area that I kind of wanted to briefly discuss is just my luxury videos. So if you're newer to my channel, then maybe you are confused. So I started my YouTube channel in 2016, and it was all centered around luxury handbags. It was just like this fun little like side hobby. I would unbox things, I would review things, I would say, this is my wish list thing. And it was just like a little community, and I really enjoyed it at the time. And I still, to this day, not nearly as often, but to this day, I occasionally get a designer bag. A lot of times I don't, because I only ever buy anything that I really, really like. Like if it really catches my eye, I'm thinking about it for weeks on end, maybe I'll splurge and get it. Whereas back then it was kind of just something that it was just way more interesting to me. And now it's just not. And so my channel has evolved with my own interests. And a lot of people, I think, are confused when like a luxury video pops up, but I'm kind of trying to serve that original audience that really misses that content. There's so many people that just really miss that content, but I don't want to, like, I want to make videos that are true to me, So every once in a while they pop up, and I think then a lot of my audience is really more into the affordable, types of fashion and that kind of stuff, which I also love. Like, I think a lot of people really don't believe me that I actually wear Amazon clothes, Walmart clothes, TJ Maxx clothes. Like, I truly do. Like, really, that's what I wear. I mean, and I've said this before, but I have a $12 tote bag that I carried for probably 3 months when I have like a $3,000 tote bag up in my closet. Like, it just does, I know it doesn't make sense. And sometimes I also struggle because obviously, the way the economy is, the way the world is, it doesn't make sense sometimes. It seems so incredibly, I don't even know what the word is, rude, out of touch with reality if I post a luxury video in the times that we're in. And I just also want to make it I want to make it clear that I recognize that. And I just struggle because I know there's that other section of people that want to see it, but then I'm like, oh, but I don't want this to come across bad. But then, no, I need to just, not cater to, like, everyone's going to disagree with something. And it's just, for the most part, I truly just try to like move forward and just do what I feel is the best, and I stand true to myself, and I think that's the best way to handle things. But then I have days like today where I just want to I just want to sit down and just like, talk and just be like really close with you guys. So yeah. Another area of my life that I often get a lot of questions about, sometimes I get scrutinized, sometimes people, they just don't really understand it. And then, it has to do with health. So, I choose not to eat processed sugar. And I've touched on this a bit in a few videos, and then people comment back and say, like, sugar is so vital to our bodies, like eliminating that's not good. And I feel like when it comes to health, everyone just has their own opinions. And honestly, I think that is great. I think everybody should have their own opinions and do what they think is best. But for me, I have cut out for almost 10 years now as much processed sugar as I can. Now, that means like I don't eat cakes and cookies and desserts and pies and muffins. Like, I can't even tell you, I think it's been almost 10 years since I've even had one bite. Like, I am that weird about it. I have found that if I have any cheat days, I then kind of snowball backwards and I crave it nonstop. Whereas now I could go to a party and people could have a beautiful display of desserts, and I couldn't care less. Like, I just don't even crave it at all. But with that said, I absolutely, with everything else, going along with everything else in this video, am not perfect. I eat ketchup. Ketchup has so much sugar in it, you know what I mean? Like, there's condiments, there's so much like hidden sugar and dressing and sauces and barbecue sauce, you know what I mean? So I am absolutely not perfect, but I do try my hardest to keep it out of my diet. And yes, I eat fruit. I absolutely eat fruit. That's another thing that people, they tell me that I need to be, and I do. I definitely eat fruit. I don't eat tons of it, but I have it every day. And then speaking of health, I'm sure a lot of you are on the edge of your seat wondering, is Shea going to bring up the recent controversial video that was kind of related to health? It was a video where I talked about a lot of beauty products that have some questionable ingredients and, different alternative options if that were to be something that you wanted to try, and I said at the beginning of that video that everything was my opinion. You could totally disagree with me. You could totally ignore what I have to say. And that kind of turned out to be one of my most controversial videos I ever posted. And I totally didn't expect it, only because, clean products and clean ingredients are so popular right now. Like, it's very, very obvious that society is craving that. And that's why almost every single brand, I mean, truly almost every single brand is coming out with cleaner products. I mean, even Secret, like literally the queen of aluminum antiperspirant, they have launched an aluminum-free deodorant, like free of aluminum, free of dye, talc, parabens, just really plain ingredients. And that's really popular. So I know there's so many people that are interested in kind of making changes in their life and switches. Maybe there's, things that right now we don't fully understand, and maybe in 30 years we will. Just like things from 50 years ago we thought were truly, truly safe. And now we realize, oh my gosh, I can't believe we were doing that. And I don't think everybody has to do everything. Even I don't do everything. Like, I still use dry shampoo, even though that was on my list. And I even said, like, there's things in this video I struggle with. But it was more like I was just shocked because 2 weeks prior I had learned that there's propane and butane and like one other ingredient that's crazy in dry shampoo, and we're like spraying it under our heads. And so I offered a different option or a different product that didn't have those ingredients. So there were so many comments that, really loved the video, really appreciated the video. And on the flip side, there were so many comments of people saying that, this is terrible. I should never have posted this. And, a lot of YouTubers, I think, would go in and delete all of the negativity. And I kind of understand that mentality because, we want this, I would think most people would want a positive space, but I still think it's very important for people to have their own opinions. And so all of those comments are still there. Of course, the negative ones are at the top because they're like spicy, and all of the good comments are like pushed down to the bottom. But yeah, I think it's so important for people to have opinions, debate the opinions, and I want you guys to be able to, feel like this is a community where, you can, talk to me and like, I don't know, like I just want this to be like a happy place. But at the same time, if you want to leave negativity, I don't want it to be hate, because I feel like that's just not like nice. But at the same time, I want people to have different opinions. And I think that's another reason why I like to make different videos, because if I was just making the same videos all the time, or I never had kind of unique perspectives or a different opinion or a different way to view things, wouldn't that get so super boring? So anyway, that's kind of these are just like all the things kind of like going through my head that, I never really talk about because I'm just always filming the one video topic and I'm staying like, on that subject. But I just think it's important sometimes to come here and connect on a deeper level, and hopefully you get to know me a little bit better. I just so much appreciate you guys. I really, really do. I know that, you're watching me through a screen and it doesn't necessarily feel that like we're that close, but I just want you to know I truly appreciate you guys for joining me on a weekly basis, or maybe on a monthly basis. Maybe you randomly watch my videos every 6 months, who knows? But I just want you to know that I don't take it for granted. Thank you guys for watching this, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.